श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.
Namaskar, Sadak Bandhu. I am Pranav, also known as PK, and we have Maruti, also known as Kala. So we have been recording Abhang Kathas, the Kathas which we have discussed in Abhang Charcha the last 2 seasons. And we had already discussed King Parikshiti's Katha in the last episode. And today we're gonna discuss about Narad Muni's Katha. And Narad Muni's Naradiya Kirtans, the Kirtan Bhakti is what is always connected to Narad and his character. So in today's episode, Maruti will throw some light on the story of Narada and the second Bhakti, and that's Kirtan Bhakti. So Maruti, request you to narrate the story which we have discussed in Marathi in Apanga Charcha in Navavidha Bhakti. So those kids who don't follow Marathi will understand the actual thoughts behind the stories and how it connects with our life.
Right. So we have discussed Kirtan Bhakti as such during the Navavidha Bhakti, and that's the second Bhakti. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, and all. So the second Bhakti is Kirtan Bhakti, and that in that Bhakti we majorly took an example of Muni Narad. The story of Narad is very interesting. It has multiple lives in it. So he was initially a Gandharva and who was trained in singing. So Gandharvas are the heavenly singers. So they sing for the gods and goddesses in their heavenly abode. So they sing the divine music or the Gandharva Sangit. So he was a Gandharva, but he did not sing the glories of Vishnu. He used to sing the glories of the demigods. And hence he was cursed to be born as a son of a maid servant. So he takes birth in the form of a son of a maid servant on earth. But luckily, fortunately, or it was his destiny in future. So he had to go through all those stages. It's all a journey, right? So what happens is he takes birth as a son of a maid servant, but that maid servant is a servant uh, in in an ashram where a lot of sages, saints and sages regularly visit or stay. Now this kid, her son, or the Narad Muni in his previous birth, is continuously exposed to all those spiritual discussions, the glories of. They used to sing. There was bhajan, there was kirtan, there was satsang, there was spiritual discussions, debate, everything there, and he was continuously exposed to all of it. Now, in one particular Chaturmas, that is the four special months in a year which we celebrate. Chaturmas is something that people know. Currently, it is going on from Ashada, Shravana, Bhadrapada, and Kartika. Four months. It starts from one Ekadashi to other Ekadashi. And luckily, today we are discussing Narad's Kirtan Bhakti, and today is the fifth Ekadashi of Chaturmas. So in Chaturmas, there are 9 Ekadashis in it. The first one is the Ashadi Ekadashi or the Devashayini Ekadashi, on which Lord Vishnu sleeps. So this is his resting period. And Kartiki Ekadashi is Prabodhini Ekadashi, when he wakes up. Today, that is the fifth Ekadashi. So if we take 9 and get the midpoint of it, the 5 becomes the midpoint because 4 Ekadashi is this side, 4 Ekadashi is this side. The fifth Ekadashi is the midpoint, and that is called the Parivartini Ekadashi. Parivartini Ekadashi is when he turns his side. So if he's sleeping like this, he turns and he sleeps on the other side. Hence it is called Parivartini Ekadashi. So in this Chaturmas, a lot of different other sages also came to that ashram, and he did the small boy of the maid servant along with his mother did seva of a lot of saints and sages there. He got their blessings. He got their company as well as their best blessings. And on one fine day, this is very interesting. So the general story is that he got the prasada from the sages or something. But I heard this in one of the Bhagavad Katha. It's very beautiful. There was a Adhikari Sadhu, a very uh, enlightened saint in that group. So along with his mother, he used to serve food. And whatever was the leftover, they used to fold the banana leaf and go and dispose it wherever it is. One day, that sage deliberately left a piece of sweet in his plate, on his banana leaf, and he got up and he went. Now, every day while taking out, if there is something left over, he used to fold and keep. That day, the small kid said, "Oh, it was nice sweet," and he was tempted to eat it. So he takes and he eats it. Now that becomes a prasada of the Vaishnava, the prasada of the saint. The moment he eats that, a spark of enlightenment comes within him. And that is where his spiritual journey also, it had started, but internally it starts again with full force. Now, over a period of time, later when his uh, mother dies, expires and everything, and then he leaves the ashrama. He takes the blessing of all the sadhus, and he travels to a far off land and sits under a tree, and he starts meditating on Narayana, uh, with the desire to get the audience of the Narayana, means to get the darshan of Lord Vishnu. So he wants to meet Lord Vishnu, and therefore he starts meditating. In the same state, in his meditative state, Lord Vishnu appears and smiles at him, and he says, with all the knowledge that you've accumulated and everything, uh, I have appeared before you, but in this life, you will not be able to see me again. Therefore, you have to finish this life and you have to take the rebirth. So after that, he spends his life in the seva, the puja, prarthana, bhajan, kirtan, everything of Lord Vishnu. And that life of Narad Muni ends there. Now, after that, one kalpa gets completed. Now, what is the definition of kalpa? We have discussed before in the Abhanga Charcha. There are Chaturyugis, Manvantaras, and everything. That's a different discussion altogether. So probably in some other video we'll say, but it's a very long time, one kalpa. Entire kalpa gets over, and after that he takes birth as Brahmadeva's Manas Putra, and that is when he becomes Narada. Now that he is born as Narada, and he's of course the son of Lord Brahma, so he gets the Brahma Veena, which you see always Narada carrying, and his those tal, the chipla, which we call. He gets that, and now he doesn't sing the glory of anybody else. He only sings the glory of Lord Vishnu, and therefore you see in mostly almost all the series, all the time he keeps saying Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. So he sings the glories of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu only. That is his kirtan bhakti. Later he, of course, in any form you are born, you need a guru for your spiritual enlightenment. He goes to Sanat Kumars. The Sanat Kumars are Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumar. These are four, again, Brahma's Manas Putras only. He gets the supreme wisdom from them, and he becomes enlightened. And after that, he is the only person who keeps traveling in all the three lokas, the earth, the heaven, and the patala. And continuously he's triggering. He's also the uh, trigger point of a lot of leelas of the Lord, maybe Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu, whatever it is. He starts a lot of them. A lot of people defame him, saying that Narada is the one who start some fight. Wherever there is oil, whenever there is some fire, he goes and pours oil in it. Or wherever there is oil, he goes and starts a fire there, etc., etc. That's not entirely true. He is the messenger of the God, and he does whatever is necessary at that point of time for that particular Leela. Otherwise, Lord Narad Muni is the guru of Vedavyas and Valmiki, Prahlad, Dhruv. So many people got enlightened because of Narad Muni. We got so many Puranas, Ramayana, everything because of Narad Muni, because he became the guru of Valmiki, and then Valmiki wrote Ramayana. He became the guru of Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa wrote Puranas, Gita, and everything, Mahabharata, and all of that. So we got all of that because of Narad Muni. Therefore, his contribution he's a person par excellence. His contribution is great in the field of spirituality, and therefore in Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Vishnu says, "Among the Munis, I am the Narada." So he's got that. He's the Vibhuti of Lord himself, and he's therefore greatly revered in the spiritual field. So that's the story of Narad Muni. Of course, there are multiple other stories where he is involved, but his life story is this much. And Naradiya Leela and Narada's Bhakti Sutra and all are very famous. We'll discuss about that some other time, but this is his life story. If you have any questions related to the story, please put them in the comment section. What you feel, or if you have any other story that you have heard about Narada, put that also in the comment section. And we'll meet in the next episode with a new story again. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. Share this with your family and friends. And let's see what's in store for us, as well as you, in the next episode of Abhang Katha. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.